it's Anne here, and today's video is another weekly Shop My Stash. I haven't done these for a few weeks now, mostly because I was sick, so I didn't even wear makeup for quite a while over the past few weeks, but I did get around to wearing almost everything here. I've included this little box here because this is new to me makeup that I have been playing with, so I have been playing with this LYS set with 3 cream blushes. I've been playing with my Too Faced Hangover Pillow Bombs. This one is in Spice Cider. I also have vintage wine here. I did pull this out. This was in my Shop My Stash, the Too Faced Killer Liner. Also have the Lawless Forget the Filler lip glosses. So I've been playing with all of these things. I'm gonna start putting some of this stuff away now because I've been using them a lot, and I'll put them back with my collection, but I'll probably still be pulling them fairly often because they are new to me. Everything in here I did wear. I think this is new. I don't think I had this pulled out before, but I need to put it away. This is a testament to products that I love, because even if they're put away in a drawer, I will go and seek them out and use them because they're on my mind. This is one of the ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. This is in Ice Dream. I really like this one because it looks white, but it's got like a purple blue shift, and it's really, really pretty. There it is in my hand. It still kind of looks white on the camera there, but yeah, you can see that there's not much of a base to it, so it's a great like topper type shade, like when I just want to add a little zhuzh to the look. I've definitely been like pulling for these Super Shock Shadows. What else was there? This I haven't worn yet, so I need to keep this out. But again, a testament to something that I don't gravitate towards, and potentially I might declutter this. This is Meerkat from Fiorine. I just never got around to using it. I never thought of a look that I wanted to wear with this. I think the purple is maybe just a little bit bright for me for this time of year. I've been really leaning into like taupes and grays, like a lot of taupe and gray. I think that's basically what I've been mostly wearing. I'm also not sure what I pulled last week in terms of foundations and stuff. I think it was these two, but I did pull this out, the Becca Skin Love, and yeah, we're gonna declutter this. It doesn't work for me. I was using it to try and mix with my L'Oreal Paradise foundation, whatever you call it, L'Oreal Paradise, not L'Oreal Paradise, Pro Glow foundation, because that's a little too dark for me, and this is too light for me on its own. It doesn't mix well. I don't like the way this sits on my skin. It says Weightless Blur Foundation. I don't know, it just doesn't mesh with my skin or my primers or my skincare. I don't know, I just don't like the way this looks on me. So this is going to be decluttered. I am going to do a declutter actually very soon. I'm going to film that very soon, maybe even this weekend, and that will go up sometime in December. So I was going to say spoiler, but it's not a spoiler. It's a surprise. It's a look forward to. I am going to do Vlogmas this year. I'm going to try and film videos for like at least first 2 weeks of December. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it this year. I definitely have a lot more things in play this year that might make it difficult, but I did enjoy doing it. At the same time, I don't want to kill myself over it, so if I don't meet that goal, it's fine, but I do want to do at least a fair number of videos at the beginning of December, and then again near the end of December I'll probably slow down a little bit again. So yeah, everything is going to go away except for this, because I do want to try it at least and confirm if I want to keep it or not before I just go ahead and declutter it, but that is going to stay out. Everything else is going away. I loved all of this stuff. This is a bit tricky to use. It's just more finicky to use a powder and like the sort of waxy pomade. But the other thing I forgot about this, and I'm going to try not blind you, is there's like a little like mirror thing in the bottom, which I think like this is like the most genius packaging ever for like a super cheap product. It's so cool that there's this little like slidey mirror in the back. Is that not? I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. And yeah, like all these products I love. Everything else here was good. The only other thing I want to mention was this. Everyone used to always complain about this kind of thing, and I never complained about it because it never really bothered me, but now I'm hating it. I'm hating it with this, at least. The Maybelline concealer is like this, and for some reason the Maybelline concealer, I think because the Maybelline concealer has the little like airless pump type thing where I can see products moving up, This, like, I feel like I squeeze, and I don't know if I'm squeezing hard enough, and then I squeeze too hard, and too much comes out. Like, I need to figure out, I'm gonna make a hot mess, but I wanna pull this off because I feel like it limits my desire to use this product, and I do like this product. It's the Revlon Color Stay Skin Awaken Caffeine and Vitamin C 5-in-1 Concealer. So, and this one I think is in the brightening shade. Yeah, Universal Brightener 002. So yeah, I'm gonna have to like do some deconstruction on this because I feel like I'm avoiding it because I'm hating that sponge thing. And that's the first time I've come across a product where I dislike the sponge. And I think it's the Squeezy Tube sponge. It's the combination of the Squeezy Tube, the sponge, that I think is the issue for me at least. So yeah, that's the previous picks that I had. Let's get into this week's picks. Okay, let's start off at the top here, actually, and I also have lip products back here. I want to pick a lip product first. I feel like I haven't played with these in a hot minute, even though they're still new to me. I want to pull one. Let's figure out which one we want to pull. I think I want to pull, one is in Spirit and one is Cream in Your Coffee, and I think Cream in Your Coffee is the one that I'm leaning towards. Yeah, that's this one. So I'm gonna pull MAC Cream in Your Coffee, this guy, which is this one right here. I think it's a cream sheen, and this is a satin. The satin is in Spirit, which again, they're very, very similar, but they're still different in my head. So we're gonna pull that. We need to pull a single shadow. What haven't I used in a while? What would be fun to use? That is a good question. Let's pull this guy. I feel like I haven't used this in a hot minute. This is from the brand called Inmo, and this was like a collab thing, I think. This is in the shade Blessed Not Stressed. It's like a pinky nude shade. It's a really good everyday shade. So hopefully you can see it, yeah, on the top of my hand there. It's like a champagne pink kind of color. Really easy everyday shade, so that'll go with a lot of different looks. So we'll go with that. Let's move on to foundations. Okay, so primer, I think I'm going to use this guy right now. I haven't used this in a bit since I purchased it. It's the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams. I mean, I've used it, just not a whole lot, and there's a lot of product in there. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish this before it goes. Has a slight scent to it, but not really like anything. I don't know if it's supposed to smell like anything, but we'll go with that guy. Ooh, there we go. For foundation, for foundation, let's go with this, because again, in the spirit of trying to mix with my current foundation that's a little too dark in my Project Pan, this is a cushion foundation for Moonshot. I love this packaging. I love this formula. I love this like mechanism for foundation, because I feel like if you're looking for like light coverage, oh, there's a hair there. There's a fluff. If you're looking for a light coverage foundation, this is excellent. I love this. My issue with this is the shade is a little too light. Like you can see it on my finger. It's just not quite the right shade for me. Looks actually pretty good on my hand there, because that's like the palest part of my hand. But I think it'll work well with my foundation. So I think I've talked about this recently, that mentally I'm kind of moving away from foundation. I'm not liking the way it looks on my skin or feels on my skin. I prefer something that's like tinted moisturizer style, very light coverage. I don't want to go too heavy. I mean, some of that has to do with, so this time of year, I tend to have to blow my nose like all the time. I don't know about you guys, but like I go outside when it's cold and I have an instant runny nose. I hate it, drives me crazy. And so like if you're wearing like a full coverage foundation, as soon as you blow your nose, it like messes up your foundation. And I tend to like keep a little powder puff at work and a little mirror so I can like fix it a little, but it just never looks the same after that. And so that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm preferring. Also, I feel like sometimes, like, I don't know, I feel like when you touch your face or I don't know, I feel like, you know, you're getting transfer. I feel like I'm just like makeup everywhere, like on your winter jacket, like around the collar of your winter jacket, it's like foundation everywhere. So I don't know, I'm just leaning towards more light coverage stuff. This is in the shade 201. I don't know what the other shades are. I need to look to see. Apparently this is already expired, but whatever, we're still using it. Still seems fine to me. So we're gonna go with that with foundation. Concealer. I feel like using this is, you know, this is new to me, but I feel like I haven't used it a whole lot. This is a color corrector. It's the Bright Bounce from Lottie London in the shade Light. I was pretty excited to find that Lottie London was in, it's not in every Walmart, but it was in at least one Walmart that I was in recently. And I definitely want to go back to that Walmart. That was like it was like a good Walmart. You know how Walmarts can be like, it just depends. Some of them are like chaos and messy, and like the makeup selection, there's like nothing, or like it's small, or when you go it's like empty. This one was like a good one. Like it was a pretty full makeup section. It had some, like, again, it had Lottie London, had some stuff in it that I'd not seen before. So anyway, there's that. We'll go with that guy. Actually, I think I bought that Lottie London at another one that's an okay Walmart. Like it's a mid-range Walmart. There's another Walmart that I've gone to, and it's like always like the makeup is empty. Like there's nothing there all the time. And then like up north, like where my family home is, the Walmart, the makeup section's so small, and there's just like not a lot at all. Anyway, tangent, you don't care about that. I'm just gonna go with this guy. I'm touching it. I wasn't really sure what powder I was gonna go with, but we're gonna go with this guy. See, Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. This is a massive, how much product do you get in this? 20 grams. This is a massive, massive product. It's gonna take me a lifetime to finish. But yeah, we're gonna go with this guy. So that's that for this drawer. Let's move on to the eye drawer. Okay, here we are with the eye drawer. I've actually been kind of clearing out the lashes that I have. I think I kind of need to go through them a little bit more, and really probably gonna get rid of all of the lashes almost, at least I think so, because most of them have been worn multiple times. They're like all gunky and I can't get them clean, or I cut them the wrong way. Like I had a magnetic pair and I cut the one a little too short and I cut the magnet off. So I can't even use them now. I do want to buy some new magnetic lashes. I do like magnetic lashes. They do work for me. You just have to be careful of the type that you buy. And if it only has like the 3 magnets on it, you can't cut. You have to be careful on how you cut it. Otherwise you lose like the magnetic bit. Anyway, having said all that, I think I'm going to open a mascara. I'm going to debate which one to open. Let's go with this one, because this one's old. Like, this one's pretty old to me. This is that Manna Kadar brand, which you actually can get in Rexall here, at least in Ontario or in Toronto. It's like a kind of a no-name brand, but I remember somebody saying when I got this looks like a cigar or a shiny turd. Sorry, I don't know why my brain thought that. I remember somebody saying this came in like a top box, I think, or a luxe box, and somebody saying this was actually, they were kind of impressed with it for being like a cheap brand. So I'm looking forward to giving this a go. It's in like a plastic wrap, and I'm not even going to attempt to try and get that off right now, because I'll just get very angry and annoyed, and then this video will go down south very quickly. Brows. I'm going to pull this. I completely forgot that I had this. I did talk in a video recently about like eyebrow products that I was filming. Probably isn't up yet. And I completely forgot I had this. It's from Quo, and it's their brow pomade, which I think they don't sell this anymore. And this one's in the shade, what do they call it? This one is in the shade Ash. I was saying in that video that I miss having a pomade, and I was looking at purchasing an ABH one, and I completely forgot that I had this. But I am missing a micro brow pencil. I don't have a micro brow pencil, and it helps me having something that I can be more precise with, because I have such uneven eyebrows that I feel like when I have like a pomade or a micro pencil, I can be more precise in terms of where I'm sort of laying the product down. Anyway, suffice to say, I actually do have a pomade that I completely forgot about, so we're gonna play with that. Eyeliner. Should we do liquid eyeliner? Let's do a liquid eyeliner. This is going to be a risk because this one's not waterproof. This was an annoyance because it said waterproof online when I ordered it, and then when it came in person, it was not waterproof. Although I haven't really tested it to see if it has any staying power. if it potentially is waterproof, but it doesn't say on the packaging. It's the L'Oreal Infallible, the Super Slim Liquid Eyeliner. It's not that slim. Like, there are smaller, like there's the Sephora one that I keep wanting to buy, and I think I might buy it. I need to put that on my list. And it is waterproof, and it's very fine. They have like a microfine one. I think it's like a microfine one. I mean, the tip of this is pretty fine, but it's very black. So we'll go with that guy. And then I kind of want to go with maybe a blue eyeliner. What blue? What blue? Let's go with this guy. This is from Gosh, and it's in the shade Pretty Petrol, I think. Yeah. So it's kind of like a metallic-y blue. A gray. It looks like the back, you would think it's maybe a bit more blue-green, but it's definitely more blue when it's on. Oh, it's kind of a little bit blue-green, but definitely shows up more blue to me, on my eyes at least. So yeah, I want to play with that guy. I need to sharpen it. Is that everything for that drawer? I feel like it was a bit chaotic there, and just like, I mean, it wasn't. I did a nice little, but I just kind of went in. I just dove in without really thinking a whole lot. Let's move on to our last drawer. So here we are with our last drawer. If you're wondering what's in the back there, it's the L'Oreal Lumi, and then I have 2 loose powders that I kind of kept to like mix with things. Maybe one of these days I'll pull them. They're from the Carly Bible Deluxe Edition palette, and one was like white, and one was like a 2-tone like pinky purpley blue. But yeah, I kept them to mix them. I know I've mixed the white with another highlight. But anyway, yeah, they're kind of like non-pickable things, but I mean, technically they are, I guess. Okay, sorry, focus. Let's pick things, pick real things. Let's go with this for highlight. It is the Becca Year of the Pig highlighter. I feel like I need to repress this. Yeah, it's looking a little rough. I'm gonna maybe try and press it down a little bit more, because it's a bit messy. Let's do a swatch here. So there it is on my hand. It's more of a yellowy highlight. It looks a bit more pinky in the pan, but it is a little bit more yellowy. But it's got a bit of a pink tinge to it. You know me, I like a pink highlighter, so I'd prefer if it was a little bit pinker. Bronzer. I feel very like bored with my bronzers. Let's pull this because I feel like I haven't played with this enough. I bought this as sort of like a bronzer contour, but it is just like a regular shade for the Merit, like a regular skin tone shade for the Merit complexion stick. It's in Tiger's Eye. I just liked that it had like a bit of a reddish tone to it. Had like a nice tone to it. Let's blend a little bit of that out. It's definitely like a bronzer for me. That swatch is not doing it justice. But yeah, it's good. Once it like, yeah, if I blend it out a little bit more, I don't know, I think it suits my skin tone, I think, quite nicely as a like bronzery shade. And then blush. What do I want to do with blush? Let's go with this guy. I feel like I don't pick this very often. It's from a brand called Folly Fire. I want to say they're German. I think I could be making that up entirely. This is made in Italy. It's in the shade Guilty. It's sort of like a mauve color with a bit of gold in it. I don't know how well you can see a bit of that shimmer in it. But it just kind of adds like a little bit of a shine shimmer. See, there's on my finger. You can kind of see that gold shift to it a little bit. I feel like that's a nice winter blush. Nice plummy mauve type color. Nice deep, it's kind of a statement blush. Like you kind of go maybe really neutral with the eyes, maybe sort of a shade matching lippy, and then this is your blush, and your blush is sort of like your color, if that makes sense. All right, I think that's good. I think I've picked enough for this week's Shop My Stash. So let's just do a quick recap, and I also want to talk about eyeshadow palettes, and then we'll be done this video. All right, here we are with this week's Shop My Stash. It's very like circular with some lines like that. That was not intentional. but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun that that's how it worked out and not intended. Yeah, I'm excited for this because there's a few things in here that I just haven't played with in a while that I'm excited to play with, and some couple new things in here too. So yeah, this is I'm feeling good about this pick. For palettes, I think I'm going to put away some of the palettes that I pulled. I did a little video of fall palettes. I kind of hit that timeline. My God, I can't believe it's that long now. And I kind of think I said this in the video, like mid-November to late November, like I'm going to start like taking some of these out. And yeah, I definitely am. I think I'm going to, I don't know about this one. This one might stay out, the Born This Way, the Natural Nudes one. I'm kind of on the fence of keeping that one out. It might stay out. I don't know. I think I might pull something else out. Same with this one. I'm kind of like, maybe Gingerbread Extra Spicy. But I don't know. I think I might put those away. I'm going to put this one away for sure. It's the BH Cosmetics Royal Affair palette. That's what that guy looks like. I feel like it's kind of a chopping block palette for me. I do like it. I really like it. It's hard for me to let it go because I do like it, but again, in terms of practicality of how many palettes I'm going to use, you know, something's got to give at times. The Morphe Kathleen Lights, I think I'm going to keep this one out for a little bit longer. Again, speaking of palettes, I just feel like I want to get more use out of this. I've had it for a long time, and you know, when I first got it, I used it quite a bit, and then kind of fell by the wayside. And I am going to put this guy away. I did use this a lot recently. It's just a good OG palette. Like, if you still have it, I say this every time, if you still have it, pull it out and you'll be so surprised at how good this palette is. And how much, like, if you're craving, like, if you're trying to not buy palettes and you have this, like, it's definitely worth pulling it out because I'm sure it will, you know, satisfy some urge you have because there's such a good variety of colors. And then between the mattes and the shimmers, yeah, it's just a fun, I don't know, I really enjoy that palette. Like, I'm so glad I bought it. I bought it like way after it was popular. But I really am glad I have that. But I did pull out one palette. I feel like there was more. There was other palettes that I was going to pull out, but I can't think of what they are right now. So I might pull out a few more, but I wanted to pull this guy. Speaking of oldies but goodies, I actually just got this last year from a friend that passed it on to me. It's the Urban Decay Urban Spectrum palette. And I talked about this last year. Like, when she bought this, I almost bought it for myself as well. Like, obviously another one. And I never did. And it was one of those, like, FOMO palettes. Like, oh, I wish I'd bought it. I wish I bought it. And then eventually she, like, messaged me. She's like, hey, I have this eyeshadow palette. You remember when I bought it? And I was like, yeah. She's like, you know what? Do you want it? I'm like, yes. Yes, please. So I really, really appreciate that she gave this to me. So I really want to give this some love. I feel like it's a good fall color story. It's got some deep colors in there. It'll be really pretty to play with. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with this guy. And yeah, I feel like I need to kind of look at my palettes. I was gonna maybe pull out a couple others, but off the top of my head, I can't remember which ones those were. But maybe next update, I'll share with you a couple other palettes that I've decided to pull out between now and then. So anyway, that's been my weekly shop my stash for this week. I was like, what am I doing again? Shop my stash for this week. If you like this video, feel free to give it the little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.